How's it going? How's it going out there?
Hey, how you doing, my dear brother? Let me make my adjustments right here.
I'm making mines as well.
Okay. Peace and
Good to
blessings
see
on you
you.
Yes, peace and blessings on you and your family this year, my brother.
You too as well.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Get that music out your ears.
And this is a nice setup you have right here.
I appreciate that. Let me see what else I got. Okay, got that. How y'all doing out there? Midwest in the building. Y'all know how we do it. MWEDU, we got a special guest today, Mr. Fitzgerald. He gonna give us a little rundown on the Carrot Gold. You know the link that I've been posting in the Discord and everywhere I go. Well, yep, now's the time to meet the man behind the man. And with that being said, there you go, Mr. Fitzgerald.
Man, I twisted my neck behind me, see who you was talking about. Good evening, everyone. Mr. West, can you please make sure your link is up here? Because I'm going to do a little simple couple things that I found that's has been able to really enhance the life of my financial growth, me and my family, and give me back ownership of me. So I just want to start off by talking about a couple of concepts, give you a little bit about my background. My name is Fitzgerald Stevens. I currently reside down here in Tampa, Florida, and I from a little small town in southeast Alabama, called Elamville, Alabama. It's I'm a graduate of the University of Alabama. I see we handle business with Michigan today, and so my degree is in international advertising. So I have over like 25 years of sales marketing experience. No, about 20 years sales marketing experience. But I have about like 30 years of human relations experience. So I was paid to build sales teams. I was paid to build teams that go out and facilitate the services and products that people are going to buy. In my line of work, in your line of work too, nothing happens in commerce without a good or services being sold. Nothing happens. So in essence, we all are involved in sales one type or another, just some of us know it. And so I decided to professionalize that and see what I can know to learn more about my craft. Okay, so lo and behold, I'm working and I'm not really getting anywhere. I did everything. I did everything what the people, what I thought was to do right. You keep your nose clean. You go to school. You get your degree. You go out and you get someone hire you, and you stay loyal to that company until you retire, and you try to live off of 40% of your paycheck that you couldn't live off 100% of when they was paying it to you. So I knew there would have to be a better way, but what was it? Well, I didn't have any business experience. I knew I wanted a business, but I didn't know the how. And not only did I didn't know the how, I didn't have anyone to really teach me a system of how to build wealth. See, success leaves clues. So does poverty. But you don't really work. You don't have to really study poverty much for it to overtake you. All you gotta do is just stay still and do nothing. It'll do a great job over, catching up with you and seizing you. So, no, I thought maybe if I get another paying job, things will get better, and I try to do that. And you will wind up sometimes. You're walked off of jobs, which that's happened to me. Sometimes health challenges come up, which that's also happened to me. And so here I am, 49 years old, and I'm living up in I'm living up in Buffalo, New York. My wife and I at that time we were staying there, and then I said to her one time, I said, listen, I said, honey, we had an income, we made about $70,000 last year. Where did the money go? We're living in a one bedroom apartment. I'm driving a 1995 Toyota Camry. You're driving a 1999 Toyota Camry, but we're just not getting anywhere.
I'm here with you.
Okay, hold up for a second. Let me try to get on the Firefox. And so I'll keep talking. And I apologize for the apologies for the technical difficulties, guys. Let me just switch browsers right here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go on the Firefox, download this thing, which I should have did in the first place. And thank everyone for their patience.
Yes, sir. The people that's serious about this, let's get it done. Yo, he'll be right back. He's getting this stuff together. So, with that being said, I appreciate everybody that stopped by so far. Hit that, smash that thumb, share this, like it. You know, that residual income, that's what we all was talking about. So, I'm going to bring him back in a second and let him finish.
Okay,
Okay, you're back.
okay, I appreciate it. I just had to switch browsers, from Chrome to Firefox. So I talked to my wife that time. I said, listen, we made $70,000 a year. Not a whole lot of money for a combined income, a decent, respectful salary. Especially we was living up in Buffalo, New York. Had a one bedroom apartment. Once again, I drove a 1995, about 300 some thousand miles Camry, and she drove a 1999 Camry with like 225,000 miles. You know, I told her, hey, we haven't been taking trips to the Caribbean. I'm not wearing alligator suits and Giorgio Armani suits, and you're not wearing Nine West shoes and Prada bags and Coach bags. So where did the money go? Okay, so I'm telling you where the money going. The money was getting destroyed by taxes. New York State is a very very high tax state. And then on top of that, we was paying federal, state taxes. Just get smoked in taxes. On top of that, we and the cost of goods and services is going up. And our wages wasn't going up and the loan to catch up with it. We didn't have any way to write that off. Back then, we was dependent on just having a income tax check like a lot of you guys are doing, not realizing, that the wealthy write off a lot of things where they can actually give themselves pay raises. And then if you're literally, what you're doing is this. If you're looking forward to an income tax check, when you're looking forward to that, that's like something you really get excited. I'm going to give you a different kind of painting. What you, in essence, have done, you have given the U.S. government a 12-month interest-free tax loan. That's what you done. That money could have been much better, put in your hands and going to work because you need it more than they know how they do. I'm a firm advocate. Yes, pay your taxes, absolutely, but I don't believe in paying $1 more than I absolutely have to. And so, without a home-based business, you don't have any ways to write off taxes. You don't have ways to write off a lot of things. And so, the wealthy, they collect their money, then they pay taxes. The rich people, I mean the poor, they get in the middle class, they get taxed first, and then they live on what's over. So what do you do? And then just step going on. The object wasn't to keep working harder. That first job that I had was taking so much time out of me, and my wife's job was taking so much time out of her. So where do we got really to work with our marriage and union? Let me tell you something. That put a whole lot of stress on our union. With that put a whole heck of a lot of stress. As far as with our relationships, and ultimately, led to the decisions that we just had to deal with in a way that we didn't think we would have. So, so lo and behold, one day I get a call from my friend of 20 years, Michael Delco. Michael Delco is in Atlanta, and he said, Fitzgerald, I got this business that involves gold, and it's free to join. He didn't go with me nearly with the detail I'm going over with you guys, because he's my friend of 22 years, and he knew I was listening to him, and I said, Michael, all right, man, just go ahead and register. Go ahead and sign me up. Just go ahead and register me. And I registered in his organization. I didn't even fill out my own form, Well, he was right. It did deal with gold, and it was free to join. And that one decision has dang near solidified my financial and my family's financial life. Here's why. If you understand this, but you understand this, you can be highly successful in the economic game. Not just the world of carrot bars, but the economic games. So right here, if you guys can see this, hope you can see that. That is a gram of gold, a 1 gram gold card. Okay. Now, you're not buying gold. Okay, get that out your mind. What you are doing, you are trading some of your paper money that's going down in value, and you're putting in gold, which is increasing in value. In other words, you're transferring a liability, and they will tell you on the FedEx website that cash is a liability. No, and you're transferring it into gold, which is an asset. That's what the wealthy people do, ladies and gentlemen. What they do is they pay themselves first. They pay themselves first. But they pay themselves an asset. They would take their cash and put it in assets. In other words, something is going up in value, something is going up more in value than when they bought it. It goes up in value, so it keeps rising and rising and rising. So and then they basically keep acquiring those and keep acquiring this. And should they need something, they'll take a little bit of the equity to spend off of that, and then use that to buy whatever they would like to finance their lifestyle. Okay, and so pay yourself first. Pay yourself in an asset that goes up in value. That is basically increasing your wealth. Get out of cash. Get out of paper. This country right here, the United States, which I'm blessed to live in, it is $23 trillion in debt. A debt load like that is sustainable. You got to pay somebody. Pretty soon the bill is going to come due sometime. You can't just keep kicking it down the road. We haven't even talked about the derivatives market, and so you got to make sure that your household is in order. You see it every day. You hear something in the news about countries acquire more gold reserves to back their reserves, because gold is what backs fiat currency. The more gold reserves you have, the stronger your currency is. So you see, that's why you see countries like even the United States, Russia, Iran, China, collecting huge things of gold reserves to prop up their currency. One thing that makes the U.S. dollar so powerful, besides our military, one thing that makes it so powerful, that we are the world's reserve currency. Meaning, like if you wanna start acquiring oil on the global system, you have to buy oil in dollars. That puts us in a powerful position. But you know what? There's some players out there like China, the Soviet Union, Iran, and these guys, they're like, wait a minute, why should we take your worthless paper? We don't need to use. We'll come up with our own currency. You see, in Western Africa right now, they're creating the ECO franc. Well, what they're doing, the reason they're doing because they're tired of France's stranglehold on Western Africa. Western Africa pays France somewhere in the neighborhood close to $500 billion a year, some type of colonial tax. France figure, well, we conquer you, you got to pay us for conquering you. Ridiculous. The France without Africa, without Africa's resources, would easily slide into third world country that they seem to think they're so sophisticated over. No. Yet Africa has all the resources. Well, what about you? Let's take that same concept. If you notice, when I put this up right here, the gold, and I hope, let me adjust the camera right there. What makes that so powerful? It's gold, yes. But what else? It's physically in my hands. That's not gold certificate. That's physically in my hands. So you know what? I can talk to my guests right here, and if I have some goods and services, and I would say to him, hey, would you rather I pay you in gold or cash? I'm going to tell you all day long he's going to jump on gold. If he's thinking right, and I know he is. Why? Because he know if I'm giving this gold, he know about 1 year later, 2 years later, definitely, that gold is going to be worth way more than that cash. That cash is going to be going down. Ladies and gentlemen, I think gold somewhere started online like 2011 Carat bars was really getting going around. I think it was somewhere along the line like 1,100 an ounce. Now it's like up to 1,500 an ounce right now. Gold is money. Okay, so we got those two things out the concept. Now, what is the other tri-stool of wealth? We pay ourselves first. We pay ourselves in an asset first. And what's the other thing we want to do? What really supercharges? We have got to incorporate the effort of other people. In other words, you got to duplicate your time. J. Paul Getty said, I would rather have 1% of 100 men's efforts than 100% of my own. What is he talking about? He's talking about duplication. My host right here is a big man, bigger than me, and I'm willing to bet he's stronger than me too. And so I challenge him to a tug of war. With his size, you know what? I tell you what, man. I'm gonna bet you 5 grams of gold that where I can beat you. Okay.
Right.
All right. He accepts it because he's like, hey man, Fitzgerald, a little small cat. Yeah, man, this is easy money. But unbeknown to him, I bring 5 of my friends who about the same size as me, and I put them on the rope, and we start pulling. He's going to lose every time. Why? Because we're combining our efforts. And things. And so this is what you got to do. You cannot just depend upon your income, people. You can't do it. Those days are gone. What if you're fired from your job, which I was? Which happened to me? What if you have like a health problem on your job, which you can't afford, you can't do your job, which had happened to me. What if you get to a certain age and or a certain level, you're so good at your job, they decide to split your territory, and give it to someone else and split your income and your percentages, which happened to me. And so how are you going to jest? I'm not so naive to believe that we have a lot of people on this channel right now. You guys make excellent money. I applaud you. But here's what you're doing. You're working probably about something like 60 to 80 hours a week to keep that high 6-figure salary. You're passing your wife, you're passing your husband, your wife, going to work, or you come to bed, you sleep, or you're waiting for her. She's different schedules. Your kids are growing up without you and everything like that. That's not life. You're working so hard to provide good things for your family as well as you should. But you're not providing the number one thing that you need is time. If you really want to take a little census about how you're doing, let me ask you something. It's what you're doing right now. Would you do it for free? No, Fitzgerald. Everybody got to get paid. I'm just hypothetically. Do you love your stuff enough where you will work for free? You know, I mean, some people have professions like that. Some people, who do community work or serve in a ministerial work. They have jobs like that. But you can't. You know, I want you to understand something, good people. You don't need money in God's heaven. You certainly need it on God's earth. You got to have resources, and you got to accumulate these resources, and those resources need to be commensurate with they need to adjust to the level of inflation. In other words, inflation will erode and eat your wealth like you pour a Coca-Cola on corroded battery terminals. It will eat your stuff away, and you will bleed from 1,000 cuts. So you got to have that. Not only that, you got to have something to funnel your wealth in that grows more wealth. You know, the rich accumulate assets. The poor and the middle class, they accumulate liability. Those are the cats when the Black Friday sale going on, they out there sleeping overnight waiting for a flat screen TV. Right. That ain't gonna be worth anything by a couple of years. They out there, they're buying the latest $1,000 iPhone and Galaxy stuff like that. You know, they're spending their money. They're not putting think about putting much money away from the college. They say, okay, well, I'm straight. I got my 401 Fitzgerald. You know, you far fetching. I got my 401k. Hey, do you look at see what the stock market is doing lately? Has been doing up and down. Well, yeah, but what does that matter to you? It better matter to you because most financial instruments, mutual funds, 401ks, Roth, all these things are tied to the stock market. As goes the stock market, so goes that fund. Now, I don't profess to be a financial planner. I'm not, but I have learned. But my time of walking on God's earth in 55 years, I have learned some financial principles, and I learned them extremely well, but taught by my friend and my sponsor, Michael Delco. Number one, pay yourself first. No way around that. If you can't pay yourself first, as H. Clement Stone, the late great founder of Combined Insurance, if you can't pay yourself first, the seeds of greatness is not in you. The seeds of greatness are not in you. If you sitting out there, you can get out there and work, and you can pay the cable man, the garbage man, the gas man. You can buy Laker tickets. You can buy Detroit Pistons tickets. You can buy ice cream. You can pay the car man. You can pay the mortgage man before you think about paying yourself. This ain't for you. The seeds of greatness are not in you. Listen, there's always going to be something coming up. You know what? To give you guys a little story about last week, I took earlier this week. Last week I took an inventory in one of my accounts. You know what? I had $75 on my debit card. $75. But my gold reserves and my crypto reserves far outsees that. Far outsees that. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I had $75. I'm waiting until the next cycle come around where that count is recharged. I don't touch my assets. That's what my wealth is growing. Now, I was actually late for my truck payment one time, my RAV4 payment. You know, and I had the money as far as with my holdings to just go out there and just liquidate, pay the whole amount off. You know, tonight if I want to. No. That I had to take the late fee because I'm looking for that fund to keep growing. See, that's what's going to create that generational wealth for me and my descendants. So, how do we get started? What's the first thing? Well, we take action. Let me challenge you guys right now. This is January 1st in the year of our Lord 2020. You know, if I promise you, if you don't take different courses of actions to do what you need to do to make this year better, not hoping this year is going to be better, you are going to be worse off than you was last year. Worst off this year, of course, you'll be a year older. Time is what you can't buy back. Time is what you got to bet. You have got to find a system to wealth. So here it is. You know, at Carrot Bars, what you can do, you can register for free on this gentleman's link. You know, his registration link, and just go ahead and register for free. While I'm talking on here, some of you guys can go right online right now and register, click on his link. And when you do that, but it takes you about 7 minutes. When you do that, you are instantly going to have a home-based business in 146 nations around the world. They're about like 195 Karat bars is in 146 of it. Now, you're also going to have to be able to take care of all the tax benefits that a home-based business affords you. Now, who is Karat Bars? What is a Karat Bar? Karat Bar is the largest distributor of small gold increments in the world. Now, what you saw me hold up was a gram of gold. We also have 2.5 grams of gold and 5-gram cards. We have a thing like this called a cash note. Okay? And that's like a 0.1 gram of gold. Yes, that little gold looking thing you see in there, it actually is gold. I could take somewhere like 10 of these, 10 of these right here, and then it could equal one of them, one of these right here. You know what? You can buy gold for less than $10, less than $7. So there's no excuse not to acquire it. That's not a matter of what you, how much you get, but the fact of the matter is you need to get some. Okay, so when you register, you got your business. You click on my brother's link, and so then he's going to give you a call saying, "Hey, welcome aboard. Glad to have you on my team." Understand something. You're not entering his team. You're entering your team. You don't care about what he's doing. You trying to build wealth for you and your family. We easily have figures people, and I know a couple of them. We easily have some people making 25 6 figures a month with this, 5,000 euros a week with this. And euros because it's a European company. Well, let me get talking about the founder. The founder is a gentleman by the name of Dr. Harold Constantine Seitz, a German gentleman who sits on the who's a senator over in Germany, and who has been very, very astute in financial matters. He put this thing down with to get gold to the masses, to the people. I don't know if you guys understand, but there is a serious Ponzi scheme done with this fiat money. You know what? In the country I live in, United States, we got this little institution over here called the Federal Reserve. It ain't nothing federal about them. They're just a bunch of private bankers who literally have the right to go down and print money like in a basement, if you want to think about it, and charge you of an interest or something they created from thin air, and then tell them you owe them on it. Give me a break. In the Constitution, there's a little thing that Congress shall have the ability to coin money. Only Congress should have the ability to coin money. That's very, very important. Well, we had this not too bright of a guy named Woodrow Wilson, President Woodrow Wilson. I was a fan of his anyway. For more reasons than one. Especially the way he felt like people of color. So I wasn't, but he was the president of Princeton University. But that's not what his legacy. What this cat do, he goes over and signs control of that act that gave those bankers the control to print the money for the United States. Right then, our currency started dying. There was, back in time to turn the century, there was no such thing as an income tax. Tax your labor?
Right.
Tax your labor? I don't believe in an income tax right now. Although I pay them, I don't believe in them. I do believe in a sales tax, a national sales tax. Get taxed on what you buy. Well, you know what right? You got to tax my labor. And then you go tax on what I buy. And then I got a property tax. That's ludicrous. That's the game they play. Well, they're playing it over in Europe. There was, for those of you who follow current global events, as they pertain to finances, you have to, you should. There was this thing called Brexit, and in England side, I'm going to break away from that. I'm not going to be dealing with this, because it controls your money supply. Actually, the strongest economy in Europe, and especially Europe period, is Germany. Germany is very stupidly crazy strong. The German market is stupidly crazy strong. You know why? They have an incredible manufacturing base. How many of you guys heard of Audi? Bayer Aspirin, the Bayer Corporation. Mm-hmm. How about Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
BMW. How about you heard these global brands? Those are all German companies. My father got me into German engineering years ago. He admired it because it's so precision tight. But manufacturing is what produces jobs, and you got to have a strong manufacturing base. So we get in there, we start paying ourselves first. and we go to work.
And we go
and
to
we
work.
start telling
And we
people,
start
register
telling
for free. You're going to get a link. You go ahead and verify that link. Click on and verify it. And then what you're going to do, you're going to get a call. And then once you get that call, you're gonna sit up there, and he's gonna welcome you to your team. Then he is gonna say, "Go ahead and call Mr. Fitzgerald. My number is on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a burner phone. That's not an office phone. That is my personal number. That's my personal cell number. I kid you not. Some of you cats have actually been surprised, that I actually pick it up. It's my personal number because I'm trying to get information to you. What's my role? I'm going to train you. We have a training tonight, with Ty Best, the founder of Wealth Builders. I'm going to train you. I'm going to show you what this business has, what it can do, how to structure it, how to put it together. Then I'm going to plug in the Wealth Builders who is going to teach you the principles of wealth and show you how to build a massive income. In other words, what I said to you, I'm going to teach you and give you my time for free and plug you into a system that's free, that's not going to charge you anything. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get it twisted. I could easily be selling programs, at the cost of $1,000 a pop. I could go in there, and put a free coaching thing together with what I know, with my experience and everything like that, and my energy, and people will buy it all day long, all over the world like that. But I'm not doing that. That's not the hustle. That's not what I want to do now. What I'm trying to do is go ahead and help people, help you build your network, and you in turn are trying to build your network. Now, for those of you who want to try to play and say, well, is this one of them MLM schemes, or this one old pyramid? No, it's not a pyramid. It's referral-based marketing. A lot of people who I find to talk to me about is it a pyramid have not a clue what they talk about. All you guys are doing is just googling something, talk about stuff that you really don't have any basis to back up. And not all referral marketing companies are the same. Now, we all do referral marketing. How many in the audience, and I can't see your hands, but how many of you guys ever ate a good meal at a restaurant? How many of you guys ever seen a good movie like Black Panther? How many of you guys, went to a nice stylist? Ladies went to a nice stylist, had your hair done, or us gentlemen, we go to a barber band to put our lines just right, crisp, razor sharp, had us looking groovy and good. Okay, did you tell someone? Okay, you told someone about it? Did the barber, the movie theater, the stylist, did they send you a check for selling someone about it? Wait a minute. You mean to tell me you gave free advertising and you got a customer, some cat, and they didn't give you a check, much less a thank you? That's what you're telling me? Okay. When the three of us refer someone, ask them they want to make money, and they come in to decide they want to team and join with us as a business partner, guess what? We made money for it, just for opening our mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done that in the tune of darn near over 8,300 people. My team, my organization is adding somewhere close to like over 100 affiliates or business partners a week, all over the world. Heck, I done got business partners while I'm sitting up here talking to you guys like that. I don't have to, I'm sitting in the comfort of my home, sitting around there talking in a global community. I ain't running up down the road, I mean, to give you an idea. Before I called my brother, brother called me. I did a video earlier today, and I had a toothache, a pain and it was setting off headaches. Well, my brother here called me and said, Fitzgerald, can you get? I said, man, give me an hour, because what I did with that hour, I just went in and laid down and got rid of the headache. But I didn't have to go. Oh man, I got to get ready to go to work. I'm working right now. Yes, you can work harder and smarter, but if you're not working smarter in the right vehicles, you're not working smarter at all. You've got to duplicate your effort. Here is how the new millionaires are going to be minted in a lot of ways, through the global community. Gone are the days and I was in sales. Gone are the days when you get up there, knock on a door and say, hey, you want to buy this tin can? You want to buy this insurance? You want to buy this newspaper? Hey, man, I got some internet to sell you. Those days are gone. You know what? We by coming on a forum like this, we can reach the world. Your product can go over the world. Ask Amazon why Jeff Bezos is like one of the richest, if not the richest man in the world. Same thing with Mark Zuckerberg through Facebook, 2 billion users. Same thing with eBay. Well, of course you got a gentleman by name of Denshe Odoke, the Nigerian billionaire, but he's in cement, flowers, he's into a lot of commodities, somebody to really, really admire. But you know what? Check his website, he's gonna have a strong social presence. You gotta reach your customers out there. Why in my world I'm gonna go down to the local Tampa Tribune down here, pay those guys like $100 for a quarter page ad, or that only can run like so long, or about maybe $1,000 for a full paid ad. I can get on here and create a YouTube channel and reach the world for free. What's my incentive for doing that? And I'm keeping my margins. I'm keeping more of my money in my pocket, and I'm reaching a global community. And by the way, this stream is going to go up, and it's going to keep continually paying. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get anything out of what I said, if you think this a game, which it ain't, you have better rebuild you a residual income. You better have something in place that pays you whether you can work or whether you can't. The great Warren Buffett says, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So let's talk about the money. That's what we're here for. Let's talk about how we make that. What is about? How's revenue created? Okay, and once again, for those of y'all said money ain't everything, you are absolutely right. It's right up under oxygen, just a little bit under oxygen. You got to have it. You don't need money in God's heaven. You certainly need it on his earth. So understand that there's nothing wrong with wanting to accumulate resources. If you don't have resources for you and your house, you at the mercy of someone who has them. Period. And they determine the time. The way my team and I are working on this program, the three of us right now, we don't care who in the political office. We don't care if a Democrat, Republican in there. We ain't looking for them to give us jobs. We're entrepreneurs. We create. We're trying to turn you into entrepreneurs. I remember one time I was talking to a gentleman, and I asked him, "Do you look for any other ways to make money?" I was coming out of a restaurant, and I said, "I'll talk to you after." He said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't got time to talk to you right now. I want to eat my meal." I'm one in cats. I don't like to be disturbed when I'm eating. Yeah, I guess that's the old 55 in me. I don't know. But so I get ready to go outdoors. And something happened. Where he was able to talk to me, and he said, "Mr. Fitzgerald, I'll work hard for you. I'll work really kind of hard for you. What kind of job are you thinking?" Now, keep in mind, I never said the word job. I said, I don't think you understand. I'm not offering you a job. I'm offering you the chance to create your own business. And I'm going to show you that will bring you more money you can absolutely dream. Gentlemen, he walked away from it. Hey, you didn't qualify. How do I qualify you? You keep your income options open. You ever look on ways to make money? Yeah, what is it? Okay, I want you to take a look at this video, therealmoney.info. Takes about 30 minutes. It's going to explain everything. I got to go. Okay? Great. I'm going to follow up with you. What's a good time to follow? Well, call me about 2 hours. Great. You have time to watch it? Awesome. And when I call them back, I'm asking two questions long. I ain't talking about the Lakers, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard. I ain't talking about Alabama Crimson Tide, even though I'm alumni. I'm not talking about any of that. What I am simply saying, two questions to you. Number one, did you watch the video? Yes. If they say no, they don't qualify. I don't go any further. Number two, do you see an opportunity for yourself? If they say no, they don't qualify. I go on to someone else. If they say yes, great. Let me go ahead and get your free gold affiliate account registered. Okay, and then I send them my link, or I just fill out the form for them, because all of us get a link. We get our own individual link. When we come a part of this business, they register, they get signed up and everything, and they're in business instantly. 146 countries around the world. They have a home-based business, which incidentally 75 million people are looking to come into a home-based business within the next 5 years. So the time is now. So after they do that, I say, great. I'm going to introduce you. I'm going to go ahead and call Mr. Fitzgerald. No, he has built a global team. In several countries, over about 8,300 affiliates around the world, growing every single day, and he's made a good deal, and he's made a great income doing it. So I'm gonna introduce him to you. So when you call, you call me, Mr. Fitzgerald. I got Dynas on the phone. Okay, Dynas, Mr. Fitzgerald. And so when you do that, what you do is you put your phone on mute because I don't need you doing this. Mr. Fitzgerald, tell him about the gold. Mr. Fitzgerald, tell him how this paper in a minute. Mr. Fitzgerald, tell him we in 146 countries. Mr. Fitzgerald, tell him we're going to be rich. I don't need that. I know exactly how I want to take him. I want to ask him a few questions. I'm going to say, you know what? You are fortunate to be hooked up with the gentleman who called you, and you are, because he's giving you the opportunity of a lifetime. Let me ask you something. Are you interested in saving gold-backed cryptocurrency, or building a residual income that's going to pay you and your family for generations, or do you want to do all three like we're doing? More likely, they're going to say all three. Don't make a difference if they don't. And so they're going to say all three. I'm going to say, great, let's get you started. I tell you about the business package. That business package you see behind me, VIP, I can get in that later. I tell them about that. I show them how to make money, and then here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to say, okay, I want you to call me direct instead of this gentleman to introduce you to it. But because, am I trying to undermine him? No. Because you know what? Am I going to say he just started? No, because he did. I'm going to say I want to work with you personally. I'm going to take my time to work with you personally. Now, here's what I don't want. I don't want my partner who just got in yesterday to be able to talk like me, who been in about 5 years doing this. I can talk this thing blindfolded. I live it, I breathe it. I know basically how the site works and everything else like that. But I'm not going to put you out there in the wolves if someone asks you, what about this? How you put this? How you put that? That's just going to frustrate you, and it's going to cause you to lose credibility. Because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. You can be cool with a friend all day long, you won't, and you don't get this luxury strangers. You make them think that they get ready to build finances with you. Talk like you don't know what you're talking about. Give them a whole bunch of R's and R's and I don't know. See how I get you. People have to move by confidence. Ain't nobody gonna invest in someone who they don't know, who they don't have confidence and to believe that can lead them to the promised land. They ain't gonna do it. I don't care how much they like you. You better have something you talk about. So I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna say, listen. You're saving in gold. You're building your wealth by gold, and you're duplicating your efforts. You have a global team. I'm going to show you how to structure that team, and I'm going to show you how to build this team the way you want to build it. Then I'm going to do a goals assessment. Why do I do a goals assessment? You got to know what people want. Some of you guys would be fine, like maybe an extra $500 a week. Some of you would be great. Some of you guys, $500 a week, it ain't worth your time to stay on the video. Some of you guys like to get $5,000 a week. Some of you guys like to get 6 figures a month. We got people in all income levels doing that. Whatever it is, I show you how to do it. What I'm not going to answer for you is like one of these questions. Well, how much you making? Man, dude, what business is that? Don't ask foolish questions. Let me tell you something. Would you go to your job before they hire you? The boss tell you about this great opportunity. Yeah, what are you making? Show me your tax returns. Show me what you did. Man, they'll walk you out the door. They'll look at you like you crazy. You don't ask people certain questions. Or do you want an opportunity that you control, or do you not? So I'm going to train you. Then I'm going to plug you into a system called Wealth Builders. Wealth Builders was started by Ty and Valerie Best up in Virginia. It is a system of wealth. It's going to give you the training. We do a lot of our training online. We got a training tonight. And for affiliates only on goldrocks.info. I believe it starts at 9:00. Well, Ty Best is personally going to come in there, and he's going to show you the maneuver. He's going to show you what this thing does and what it means and things like that. This man has been free for over 20 years as a result of a referral-based business. So it works. It works. The trouble, the system is not the system. The question is, will you work? Okay. You just happen to be 2020. January 2020. The three of us got better things to do with our time to get on here and talk to you guys. Okay, but this is the most important thing. Why? Because you got to know how to seize windows. You got to know how to seize the moment. Right now, we got people, some of you guys in the audience, you know what? Next year ain't going to be like it was. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to get my body right. I'm going to get my money right. I'm going to get my relationships right. And those are great. And those are great for you to do. But you know what? Let's concentrate on getting our finances right, because I don't believe in it. I'm not necessarily believing in a new year, but I do believe in new you. If you don't change and do things differently, you will get exactly what you got last year, but you will be a year older. If you don't change, plenty of people think they're fine, and plenty of people think that they're cool with their pensions and all that kind of stuff. And I applaud you guys who had the ability to stick with a job, 40 something years, 30 something years, 20 years and retire. I wished I could have did it. Never worked out with me like that. But you know what? Pension funds are in trouble now. There was a city called Detroit back a couple of years ago. It went bankrupt. So a lot of those retirees, they wasn't able to get their money because the city went bankrupt. Eventually got online. It happened the same thing in Jefferson County, Alabama, one of the wealthiest county in my home state that had the same thing. How about this is recent news? You guys remember that little government shutdown? Okay, for those of us, people, the government stayed closed about 10 days. With these childish political parties fighting back and forth instead of fighting for the people. But I'm not really into politics. That's not my game, and it's just not. So people wasn't getting checks for like 10 days. Someone was losing their minds. We're gonna lose our business. We're gonna lose our home. We're gonna lose this. Meanwhile, my business kept rolling. My business kept growing. People were still getting in my business. I didn't care. Dude, I made money when the Republicans was in. I made money when the Democrats was in. Don't make no difference with me. Wealth follows principles. Wealth follows principle. And money, catch this, ladies and gentlemen, money likes speed. Money likes speed. The number one purpose when you want to make money for acquiring money is not that you make money what you can spend on stuff. Money should be your number one slave. Its job is to go out there and produce more money for you. That's why the wealthy people will park the money in real estate, oil, gold, silver, platinum, things that is going to appreciate in value. Now, the thing I really love about gold, you can crush gold, you can burn it down, you can destroy it. You can destroy it. All you got to do is put planes on. Resource. There's only so much of that left. So that ain't gonna do good. That's why you see a lot of people like Tesla moving to the alternative energies, which as well as we should. We shouldn't even be running on electricity and paying the electric bill and all the kind of stuff like that. There's enough wind and solar power to light and heat the whole world. But that's another story. So we get that. Now we want to incorporate the efforts of others, and so we want to build on a team. So what am I doing? I'm saving gold for myself. That's building my wealth. What am I doing? I'm telling other people. They look for ways to make money. I'm incorporating efforts of other people. That's building my wealth. And pretty soon I have a mighty, mighty river and a mighty, mighty stream, going in, putting money in my hands, in my house that is residual, that I can lead to my family, or I can sell as a business. Now, you must think in the terms of royalties, residuals, or dividends. Royalties, residuals, or dividends. Not thinking in terms of increase. 10%, the next quarter. Before I talked to my first friend down in the lower right hand corner, I got hungry. I had a taste for some food. Went out there, bought a bag, bought some cheese, bought some crackers, and bought some chips Ahoy cookie. I hope some of my friends who who know what who tell me not to eat that. I know it. You're right, but I've been doing good. So, got some stuff I want. Got some stuff I want to get. Went down to Publix right here. Jumped in my vehicle. Ran down there. Ladies and gentlemen, they said that'd be $14. I'm like, what did I get? I didn't get. I just got a. What did I get? 20 years ago, that $14 would have bought me twice that amount. You guys already seeing what rents are doing. You already seeing what car prices are doing. Let me paint another story. Back around back in 1970, right? I'm the forget. If you were to buy a brand new Ford car, and a brand new Ford car would cost you say like $600, you could either take $600 in gold or $600 in cash. The cash held the same weight as the gold before President Nixon took us off the gold standard. Now follow me closely. Follow me closely, because this is going to be one of the most important principles you heard in your life in reference to money. And if you can understand this, you ought to be running over and getting a part of this business for your household. It's just that important. So, car costs $600. You got the cash, $600, or you got the kilo gold. Fast forward to 2020. That car now is $40,000. $40,000. Will the $600 pay? Will the $600 in cash pay for that car? I need some interaction, and I don't care if it's my guess. But
no, it won't pay.
It won't pay. Great. Now catch this. But the kilo of gold that was for $600 back then will pay for that car, because that kilo of gold is now worth $40,000. Do you understand what I just said? That correct. Kilo appreciated. That same kilo. So is things really going high, or the purchasing power of the dollar is going down? Maybe it's a little both.
Purchasing power, yeah.
That gold is going up. Gold is going up. I have two younger brothers and a younger sister. I love them all. And with my brothers, we just found out about our sister just a little bit ago. Not too long ago this year. That was a blessing. But it was always just me and my two younger brothers. I love both of them dearly. That's the way we was raised. Mm-hmm. Now, my brother, my youngest brother is a corporate attorney. My middle brother is a city of financial directors. But both of them have built incredible careers and everything. I'm the entrepreneur of the cats, and the middle and the youngest brother is too. Now, so my brother for Christmas, I like nice cigars, and I ain't talking about Black and Mild, there, gentlemen. We get together, y'all don't have one. I bring one to you. You don't smoke it. I can go ahead and do it for you. But so I get him a nice box of Olivia cigars, not broadleaf wrappers. But here's what I did. I put a gram of gold in the box. I gave him a gram of gold. Those cigars are gonna be smoked up one day. 10 years, he won't even remember the taste of them. This is going to be worth more than when I gave it to him on Christmas.
Yeah.
When he turned 47, I'm 8 years older than him. I walked down and said, I appreciate you, brother. I gave him 2 grams of these, 2 gram cards. And I told him this: don't spend them. Don't spend them. Dude, you're going to spend them. Give it back to me right now. Don't spend them. 3 grams of gold that he got for free, with gold clocking in $1,500 an ounce. They're talking about it reaching $2,000 an ounce. You acquire this as much. This is all in my hands and stuff like that. All this, and I'm not flashing. I'm not flossing. But if you think I'm flossing, you miss the whole principle. Honestly, what I want you to understand something. This is in my hands. Maybe some of y'all missed it. Maybe y'all sitting up there. Maybe y'all sitting up there watching Monday Night Football or whatever the heck you're doing. Instead of paying attention, something will change.
They hear you.
This is in my hands. This is in my hands right now. It's not it's not a gold note. It's not a certificate. This is in my hands. Question, gentlemen, if I come and buy your t-shirt And if I buy your headphones and that banner right there, and I say, listen, what's your price? They tell me, okay, will you rather cash or gold? And I ain't prompting you guys. I'm just showing you something. Which one do you want?
I'll take gold. I'll take gold.
You take the gold.
Day.
Why are you going to take the gold?
Because the gold has
cost its value. So with Karatbars has a system that I can take their price, what they want, and I can transfer the equivalent of gold from their price from my gold account into their gold account.
Right.
Bingo. We're going to start doing that with merchants now. What we call K merchants, where that's going to be just like MasterCard and Visa pretty soon. Even the mainstream name, man, and it's just a fire company. How do we build so much? Word of mouth. We expand by word of mouth. Now I say again. Last week, on my USA bank card, this thing right here, my USA bank card right here. Okay, love USA. Okay, so I ain't even gonna say a crunch. To playing my stuff like this, I had $75 on this thing to my next pay period that it recharges but I have thousands of dollars worth of the gold. I have incredible holdings of cryptocurrency. But gentlemen, as far as I was concerned, I had $75.
Right.
Picture what I just said. I have $75. Now, if I want to give myself a pay raise, I get to work. And I go out there and I talk to people, create a value, and I get paid every Friday on my Karatbars MasterCard in euros. Okay? I use that to pay for my car, haircuts, insurance, groceries. That's how I pay for that $15. And I can go out there services. My team out there in Michigan or California, they said, "Hey, Mr. Fitzgerald, we got something going on there, man. We need you over here right now." Okay, all right, brother. Let me check my schedule. Okay, I'm going to head up to Michigan first because it's closer to me from Tampa. Then I'm going to come to California. I've never been to California, so I'm looking forward to going there. And then I go to the airport, get a ticket. Guess what? Because I got a business, that ticket's tax deductible. When I talk to you guys on the cell phone, I gladly take the calls because your call is tax deductible. When I put this shirt on to come on TV and this watch and bracelet, that's tax deductible. That's a uniform.
Right.
When I go out there and after we get done, rent the hotel room or talk at a private venue, that's tax deductible. I can write that cost off. If I go out there, man, and we get a good meal, and I love me some lamb and some nice oxtails, put together just right with the red onions. You hear what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
So that's tax deductible.
Mm-hmm.
That's tax deductible. All of that is tax deductible. Now, I don't spend money without it making me money, as Grant Cardone would say. It has to give me value. Listen, I'm a business. I am a business. And here's the thing, because I'm in 146 countries, when I get up and move, my business moves right with me. For those of you who are self-employed, can you do that? Some of you guys can't move across town without losing your whole market share. Some of you guys, you can't not be there and your business runs efficiently. I've had two businesses. I know, man, you got to watch the people who really in your thing. Oh, yeah, you got some trusted things like that, but payroll taxes and sales taxes and you gotta make sure the man who zones the thing likes you, and maybe y'all don't know what you gotta do, but all that kind of stuff. Rent. Some of you guys are renting your business because you don't own the building that it's in. My applaud to you for getting out there and starting your hustle. I salute you. But here's what I'm doing. If I run a global business from a cell phone in my home with the hours I set. And my business is growing while I'm sleeping on the couch. Gentlemen, last week, I'm not joking to you. I was sitting there and I took a nap and I laid down in my bed and stuff like that. And when I woke up, I was 400 euros richer. 400 euros richer. I called my business partner. I said, Prince Amir, go ahead and check your status. And he said, man, what happened? Well, you know what happened? That gentleman down at the right, that gentleman in the lower right, he decided he wanted to get his business package. And guess what? We got a percentage of that all the way up to the line. When people get on there and come into his team, that gentleman in his team is on the left. Guess what? He'll get a percentage of that. Just because he positioned himself to win. So how do you position yourself to win? Okay, Fitzgerald, start talking about the money, man, player. I know I don't heard all your stories, man. Cry me a river. Tell me about the paper. Okay, here you go. And get your pen ready for you you want to talk like that. Get your pen ready for when I can talk to you. Now, in Karatbars, everything, whether you buy gold or whether you buy the gold or the blockchain phone. Imagine a phone that's over the blockchain, the first of its kind. That phone would do what the iPhone did to cell phones. Once it gets done, imagine getting a percentage of that. By doing with the phone, we're now in a $1 trillion telecommunication communication market. Excuse me. Now, we have a computer that also runs over the blockchain. And so which gives total privacy, total encryption. And so in many other products, we have our own exchange called Karatbit, where you can buy and save cryptocurrency, buy and exchange cryptocurrency, pick up Bitcoin and pick up a Litecoin and Ethereum with very, very low fees. So and it runs on a static network that a lot of people can bring other products and goods and services. Imagine that you have a team right there, and as they buy, you're getting a percentage of all that products coming in through there because you position yourself. Now you can easily get paid once a month depending on your growth of your team. But if you really, really want to create a powerful residual income, you want to get a tax deductible business packet. That business packet behind me is the VIP package you see right there. That's what I am. That's what my partners are. As far as with that, and so you got 4 levels of business packet. The first business packet is what's called a VIP. That's about 3,000 euros. A little over 3,000 euros. The second business package is what is called a gold packet. That's about 1,700 euros. The third business package is a silver package. That's about 750 euros. And the fourth business package is a bronze package, or about 150 euros or $200. Now, when you get one of the business packages, you qualify for units. And now let me do a side note. You remember that gentleman I told you, Michael Delco, my friend and my sponsor who taught me this game? Has a global team, about 80,000 people. He was working a 6-figure mortgage banking job and could not put his hands on $3,000. But he looked good. He had a nice shining piano in the room. And did you hear what I just said? He was working having a 6-figure mortgage banking job, managing two branches, but he could not put his hands on $3,000. Some of y'all been working 30, 40 years, and you can't put your hands on $750, $3,000, $200 to invest in yourself. Man, there's something wrong with that. But don't wait for Michael. He got him a silver package. In 103 days, as a result of this business, he was done. And that was 6 years ago. That man hasn't worked a day since. And he's the reason why I can talk to you guys, because he taught me and helped me grow my wealth. Okay? So when you get units, and you have 2 teams, you have a left side and a right side. Left side, it works on a binary system, left side, right side. So when you have every time someone buys gold, the phone, profit packages, any other certain products through there, this creates a unit value. Some products, because they are worth more, they pay more units than the other ones, which is common sense. Okay, so when you get 2 teams, you got a team on your left, you got a team on your right. When you get 25 units on one side and 50 units on another side, you get what's called a dual team payout. Ladies and gentlemen, that package that I have in the back that costs a VIP, every time that happens, like clockwork, and Mr. Morrow and I have it, and we're going to get our guests over there to get one, because once you've seen the VIP, you won't sleep once you understand the power of duplication and the payouts that it do. Get paid 80 euros. Get paid 80 euros like clockwork, or about $93 US. Okay, during the conversion rate. If you guys in South Africa, you're going to get paid more in reference to the euro, in reference to the rand. Or if you're in Nigeria, you're going to get paid more in reference to the euro and to the naira. Okay, If I have a silver, a gold package, 25 units on one side, 15 units on another side, I'm going to get a dual team payout every time that happens of somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 euros every time I cycle. If I have a silver package, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, I'm going to get a dual team payout of 50 euros. Every time that happens. And if I have a bronze, like 150 euros or $200, every time that happens, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, I'm going to get a dual team payout of 40 euros. Plus, I'm going to get 10% of whatever business package I have. And our packages go up to $1 million. If €1 million, we got people who buy them. So let's just say you talk to someone, they decide to get a VIP package, they just said yes to you, okay, and you have a package because you have to have a package to get units. Karatbar just paid you 300 euros, plus you got the units. Plus we're adding in things like that. Plus, not only do you get the units from them, but you get the units from people who they bring in. If you're positioned right, like I am, like with my VIP, I'm a VIP in both my business account and my personal account. I get paid 7 levels deep. In other words, I sponsor Mr. Marin, who sponsors our host tonight. That Mr. Marin is on. Well, actually, let me think. I sponsor Denise. The street. Mr. Marin is on the 3rd level. Our host is on the 4th level. He sponsors someone on the 5th level. She sponsors someone on the 6th level. They sponsor someone on the 7th level. I only know these guys, but yet they get the 10%, and I get 3 and 5% of work I never did. Oh, plus I'm getting the euros. That's just plus I'm getting that's just extra gravy. How all this is made. You know what I love about this, guys? I am responsible for my income. If I decide I want to give me a raise, I decide I'm going to do that. But you know what? You better take this thing dang near serious. If you take it like a lion, it's going to feed you like a lion eats. It could easily surpass your full-time income within a year. Easily. If you work it. Some people have done it within 6 months. It all based on them. Results may be different because their hustle may be greater than yours. But don't let nobody outwork you. Okay, and that package, that's tax deductible. You can write that package off on your taxes and stuff, and then we get paid every Friday in euros, depending on the production of our team. 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side. Plus, we have all the home-based, the tax write-offs for owning a home-based business. Plus, we're able to operate in 146 nations right the heck now. I don't got to get on a jet and go to Ethiopia or Egypt or Cameroon or Kenya or Ghana or Nigeria or Italy or Spain or Canada or Argentina or Israel. I don't have to do that. All I got to do is just say, hey, listen, do you look for any other ways to make money? Yes. Okay, I'm going to send you my business link. You have time to look at it. Yes. I can send a Facebook link. They can come in my business. They get a package up. Boom. Guess what? Money just came in my account.
Right.
Oh, I still got the gold. We ain't spending this. The cryptocurrency is still steady. Ladies and gentlemen, when my first crypto buy was for 200,000 coins for Karatbar's cryptocurrency, KBC that's backed in gold. Catch what I just said? Okay, I paid $1,000, man. I got 200,000 coins. No, you don't get that. I was doing and for $75 back in the old days in about 2018. Man, I was getting 8,500 coins for $75. Man, my brother Michael, Michael, you listen to this. I hope you're getting it, man. I love you dearly, but I got to tell this story. Michael made a grave mistake with me. I should have been one of the first people Michael called. I should have been easily. He thought I would say no. Okay, he got around to making me, he got around much later than me. I would have been one of the first cats Michael had called, instead of having somewhere like 8,300 people, I would have had over 53,000. That's how fast this thing moves. We got over that, I love him dearly. We got over that, but I'm like, man, God, all that can't cry with spilt milk. So Michael gives me a call, and I'm up in Buffalo, New York, in my parking space, parked by the trash dumpster. Michael said, listen, Fitzgerald, I'm going to make this thing up for you. I got something. We're getting ready to get into cryptocurrency spirit. Guys and gals, I had already missed the Bitcoin craze. I was kicking myself for that. I already had missed it because I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
Which means which a fancy way for saying I was going to go on Google. Okay. Okay, so I missed that. So man, and you know, I don't look a gifted horse in the mouth twice. And so I'm sitting around, and Michael said that he said, man, Fitzgerald, you got to come up. You know, it's going to take you about $1,000, but you know, you can get 200,000 coins. It's gold back. And I said something to Michael that changed my life. I said, Michael, do you believe in this? Because I trusted him. I said, dude, I had a 20-year track record. We never crossed each other, never had a harsh word with each other. Do you believe in this? He said, yeah. He said, yes, I do. But, you know, but once again, it's your money. You know, you do what you want. And he said, I'm going to need an answer within 48 hours. I told him these words. I said, well, hell, I can give you my answer right now. I'm in.
Right.
And I found that money. I don't know where the $1,000 came in, guys. You know, it's when you make a decision to grow your wealth and you make a decision to launch out there, God Almighty puts angels and things in place and stuff just starts showing up.
Yes.
You sell something, lost money appear. People who owe you money, all of a sudden, no, man, I've been thinking about you. Brother, here's your paper with a little bit more. I kid you not. And so it showed up. And so I was driving a 99 Toyota Camry with 295,000 miles on it. That was a 99. The 95 had blowed up, you know. And so, you know, and I was, you know, guys, that car, man, I loved it. It kept me going and it was paid for. So I wasn't in car payments, but you know, I knew I had to get another car pretty soon. And so rather, every time I got $75. Instead of going out to nice night out or going to see the Buffalo Bills or my favorite thing or going up and spending money in Toronto, I was like, okay, let me get me some more cryptocurrency. You know, every time I found it, lo and behold, man, I had quite a lot of bit. Not as much as I want, but I had quite a little bit. That cryptocurrency has reset now, and Carrot Bar is looking like going, when this company go public and I'm sitting around in there, I ain't going to tell you what I got. I ain't going to tell a few people, you know, I ain't going to tell a lot of people where I'm living. I mean, right. those gentlemen that down at the bottom, more likely they'll be sitting on my place, my penthouse with me. But a lot of other cats, you know, I'm not. No, man, heck no. You say, man, I ain't got no money. You know, I mean, I ain't doing that. You know, and so I'm going to be very tight with my circle around me. Why? Because you know what? You got to protect wealth. And, yes. You know, and wealth is quiet. You know, poverty and brokenness, that's flashy. That's gold teeth grill. That's $1,000 Air Jordans walk around with fancy laces. That's the cat. That's the cat got a 77 Buick, but he got $6,000 of rims on it. Flashy. They ain't getting away. Wealth, they look like me. Low cut haircut, clean shaven, no thrill watch. T-shirt, I can go down there. Sweatshirt, a polo shirt, I can go pay me probably about $30. You know, slacks I done had about 5 years on me.
Yeah, sound like me.
No big deal. Driving a 2015 RAV4, let someone appreciate it. But mark my words, and very soon in the future, very soon, next time you see me floss, I'm flossing with a black Audi A8. You know, I'm living up in the sky, like 33 floors up, down here in Tampa or wherever I decide to go. You know, I'm living lifestyle of my dream. I ain't getting on there talking about, woo, man, look at me, I'm playing and laying it light and laying it hard. That's stupid. You know, but I'm investing my money. I'm talking to these two brothers right here and helping them because I'm looking for partners. I'm talking, listen, cat, you guys got any deals over there in Detroit, you know, up there in California? You know, man, I'll tell you what. Got some skin in the game. I'm looking at, you know, putting a few of those tax lien properties over there. You forecast that, Fitzgerald, I got something, man. You know, we can break down, put about 100,000 a piece in this. You know, buy some RIT contracts. You know, spend some paper. What's your rate of return? Send your numbers to my people, cause businessmen, they don't mind you talking business to them. You know, you got to send them numbers. They trust numbers, not your word. You know, so you send that, okay, what we got? Rate of return right there. I said, cool, brother. You know what? I'm going to wire the money over to you right here. Here's it is. Pick it up for me. Because I trust them. I work with them. We're business partners. We make each other money. Why are they going to cross me, and why in the world I'm going to cross them? That messes. We make paper together. Our friendship is based on making money together. Keep the other stuff. And so we're doing asset accumulation. Then you start your nice little consortium group with cats you trust. You bring them on deals, they bring you on deals, and pretty soon that wealth is going like a mighty Niagara Falls. That's how it's done. In business and life, you need allies. You got to have allies. So you got 3 allies right here that's going to help you build wealth. My partner, Michael Delco, is one phone call away from Harold Sykes. He sits on the advisory board. 80,000 people available. Ask Mr. Marvin. We got held up in something like something that shouldn't have happened. And when I said, you know what, man, we trying to move on something got to happen right now. So I don't know. So I sent my sponsor a call. I said, Michael, I need you to get involved. Because Michael know I don't call him to talk about football. I don't call him to ask him what ballet shoes he bought. I don't call him and say, Michael, oh my God, I can't find anybody. This is so hard and life is happening to me, and nobody will talk to me and everybody keeps saying no. Hell no. He don't get calls from me like that. And these 2 gentlemen don't get called to me. My job with these men, and I'll say it publicly and I'll say the same thing to you guys, is to make them money. We got our friendship. That's our foundation. We make money. We can have friends. We can be friends later. I'm looking to make income from my partners because that's how I make my income. So you call me, I plug you in and train. Now, it is this simple. Save a lot of gold, gold-backed cryptocurrency, tell a lot of people make a lot of money. Fitzgerald, it has to be more than that. No, it's not. Because it can't be. If you're going to build great wealth, you have to have great simple systems. It has to be duplicatable. Everyone can follow. Not all you guys maybe have a video stream, okay? But you know what? You have a telephone. You can make a list. You can ask someone, do you look for ways to make money? You can text them a link. You can register them up. You can make a 3-way with me, and I can talk to them, help train them. Can you do that? No. Well, I'm shy. Well, are you shy about eating food? How about shy about staying in a warm house? You shy about that? How about shy? Are you shy that you got to tell your children you can't? I can't pay for your college because I'm afraid to talk to people. I'm afraid to ask people if they want to make money. I can't take you on that vacation because I'm shy. Are you shy when you want to get your weave fixed or your hair cut? Or do you go down there with your No, I'm not trying to be funny, but you got to think about what you want. That's why it's so important to have written goals with time limits, precise goals, and see where you're trying to go. So you want to have that, and you want to have that, and where you can see where you're going, because if you don't do anything different, it's gonna this year is going to be the same. Gentlemen, when we get off the phone, and sometimes you call me for hours like that, I'm going to tell you what my goals are for you. You don't have them, I'm going to tell you. And sometimes you got to do for people like that. First of all, Mr. Marin, I want to get your investment back that you bought in both your VIP and your gold package. This man bought 2 packages. He trusted Dynasty and what I was saying, so I'm not going to let him fail. I'm going to get your money back, and I want to do that, and I want to do that within 3 months. In 6 months, I want to have you where you're making where you're making. I want to have you where you're making at least an extra 5,000 euros a month. That don't count your videos and your clothing business. And sir, I want to do the exact same thing for you. And then a year, I want to have it where your income is totally replaced. All the streams of income that your Karatbar business is totally replaced them. You know the figure in your head. 2 years, I want to have it where you would never work for another man in your life. You'll be hiring general managers to run your clothing company. And I want to do the same thing. Listen, it ain't enough to say I just want to be rich. Or I'm a finna be rich. Or when this hit, what's your figure? What do you want? What's your time date? How are you measuring it? What do you have the steps broken down to go get it? Or you going to sit out there and open up the door and let it fall? Dude, I buy a Powerball ticket too, but I dang sure don't depend on it. I get my butt to work in my Karatbar business. It's kind of hard for me to walk away for that $200 million. I'm going to hit. Right. But at the end of the day, I haven't hit in about 20 years, so I better be out there working my Karatbar business.
For real.
And so this is what I'm talking about. Have a system. You know what? I hold myself accountability. Mr. Marin called me Gentleman on the right, hey, let Fitzgerald, you promised to help me. Man, I found out that today, gentlemen, while I was on the phone with Mr. Marvin, I found out I had an abscess in my mouth. I didn't even know it, but my mouth was hurting, and then so I had to get some work and deal with it. You know, after I got off the phone, our host called me and said, Fitzgerald, you want 5 o'clock? I said, no, man, can you give me an hour? Because a splitting headache was going. Now, but what I did tell the man, dude, my tooth is hurting, dog. We got to reschedule, dog. I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I told him I was going to help him. He had this set up. He had put his people in place, and I'm going to come to him because my head hurt. Give me a break. Give me a break. I would have lost credibility with him and Mr. Marvin. Because Mr. Marvin, he's Mr. Marvin's business partner. Mr. Marvin, like, hey, man, Fitzgerald, you didn't handle business with this cat. What's up with that? You don't get a second chance to break trust, people. Leaders, they don't care about your excuses. The mortgage man, he ain't gonna care about your excuses. He don't care if your wife came and cleaned your house out while you was gone.
Right.
He don't care. They don't care if you lost your job. You better have my paper. You better get this thing done. You better handle business. That's what they look. Winners are in the results business. Winners are in the results business. They produce. They don't talk about it. They produce. Learn to be a producer. But how do you produce? You have written objectives and goals. Companies do it. Companies have a budget, a plan of where they want to go, of new market shares. You have a goal and a plan. I want to have this much wealth at this time. I want to have this many people on my team at this time. I will have 10,000 affiliates come February 14th, Valentine's Day. I'm going to give my own self Valentine's Day. That's a little over 2,000 affiliates. That ain't nothing. But I got to get to work. So come February 14th, I got 10,000 affiliates. Now, dog, I ain't feeling that. Hey, come by end of the summer, I want 20. Do you know what happens to your income when you start making things and moves like that? You know what happens to your income when you align yourself with people who are working with you instead of for you, against you?
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? Both of these men can out-earn me. You know who's going to be their biggest cheerleader? Me. Go ahead and get it, man. Dog, I ain't going to tell you anything wrong. Fitzgerald, you got some time to talk to me? Absolutely. Even if I don't, I'll make time.
Right.
I'll make time. And I'll do the same thing for you. We are a community. You got to have resources. So go ahead and register. Register on there. Get your business going. Do something different for 2020. Man, take control. Quit faking the funk. And when you get a hold of something, go ahead and follow through. Following through is the key to the breakthrough. Gentlemen, gym memberships are going to go through the roof all over this nation. People are going to come in there in January, sign up. Let me tell you something. They will get your MasterCard and Visa on file. They don't care if you come there because every month they taking that money out of your account. And some of them have contracts on that. So let's do something for us. Let's put something together. Let's put a consortium of winners together where we're in pursuit of wealth, in pursuit of living our dreams, in pursuit of creating the lifestyle that we want that is not dependent upon us alone, but us helping people. The product is gold. What's the worst thing that's going to happen to you? Got a whole bunch of gold in your garage?
Right.
That's the worst thing. You got a whole bunch of gold in your garage. So get back to my dear brother down here, man. I love this man. I just met him a couple of days. I love Mr. Marvin, and I mean love. You know why? They're dreamers, man. We are rare. So when I come across cats, like me, who want to build something, who about building something, man, it's a lonely at the top, man. Entrepreneurs, man, these cats don't flock. Man, you might find one here, one there, and you tell them about a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You tell them about a conversation. So when they call me, and we get to talk about this, I say, hey, you doing that? Hey, man, we can talk about this all day long because they're winners, just like me and just like you. They don't make excuses. Some of you guys have cost yourself people right the heck now because you sitting up here procrastinating. And, I promise you people would have came in your organization, you would have beat them there first. But you still got time. You still got time. So, sir. And sir, thank you, man. Much respect to you, brothers. I know cats that say that slang and it's something something just to say the pad to make the feel good. But man, I'll tell you what, I sincerely care about you men and I care about your families. I really do.
Same here.
It's not on how long you know someone. It's how you connect with them.
Right.
It's not how long. Distance don't mean a thing. I'm down here in the sunny south of Tampa. We had a cold. It was 54 degrees today, man. I had to wait till that go over, man. I had my heat on that day, man. I couldn't take that. Getting 54 degrees. Shoot, man. I don't know how y'all do it. But so he's up in the Midwest. Mr. Marvin's over in the West Coast. But we're all business partners working together to help educate each other a team. Mr. Marvin comes on. Mr. Fitzgerald, can you come on and do a show, talk to my people? Absolutely. I didn't tell him, let me think about it. I made time. Gentleman called me last night. Mr. Fitzgerald, can you come talk to my people? Absolutely. I didn't tell him I had to think about it. I made time. And the same thing I would do with you. You don't have the broadcast, don't worry about it. You think you can't talk like me? Don't worry about it. You can't talk like me because you're not me. You talk like you. You have people that won't listen to me. They won't listen to us, but they'll listen to you. They have people that won't listen to you, but they'll listen to the person you bought.
Yeah.
And that person you bought, they have people that won't listen to them, but they'll listen to the other person. We are a community. We are a community. We are a community. All we are, the words is like saying, hey, listen, I got a solution. Let's put the fire out. I got something we can build, and I'm going to help you build for it. And that's it, man. Much respect to you guys. Man, God, give me a call. Some of you guys, I don't want you to do this. I don't want you to register in this organization. You're going to get a call from our gracious host. And he's going to say welcome you to your team. But when you get that call, please call me. If you're in the organization and you don't make contact with me, I can't help you. I got people, man. I got an email tonight. Some cat telling me, I got in a couple of weeks ago and no one helping me. Well, hell, you never called me. My numbers are, you never called me. How am I supposed to know who he is? I don't have telekinesis. I don't read minds.
Exactly.
But once he called me, I'm going to give him the thing. But what has gone by? We got to connect. You got to get the information, and then and it's going to come a stage in your life, man. Because I'm just jacked. I'm just excited because I know what I got in my hands. I know the people I'm talking to, and I know I'm talking to all. If I'm saying this is just for one or two people, man, it's worth it to me. If I can change the life of one or two families, this team is going to take action. It's worth it to me. I'm at a stage right now, and I don't know about my younger brothers. I'm like an elder to them. I know I just don't look like I just look like about 30 something years old. I'm about 55, be 56 September 8th. I don't have time to try things out. I don't have time to really see if it's going to happen. I got to have a proven system. Warren Buffett all said the way to keep money is that the first rule of money, earn money, and the second rule of money, never lose money. And if you forget the second rule, refer back to the first. I ain't in the business of trying something out. It got to be proven. It got to have a track record. It got to work because 5 years from now, I'm 60. I mean, when I was a 20-something-year-old kid, 5 years I thought was eternity. Man, that go by so dang fast. My daddy told me when you turn 30, time accelerated, and he told the truth because you become more aware. My God, where did 2019 go?
I know.
I was just celebrating New Year a little bit. And then all of a sudden it's December 31st. So bless you guys all. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Thank you, sir, for allowing me to speak to your audience. I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly. Now if I said something, to offend, I don't apologize because you know what? It was in my heart. That wasn't in my heart. And it wasn't my intention. If you were offended, hey, let's talk and make it right. Let's go ahead. Instead of talking about it, let's talk and make it right.
Yes.
If this is not for you, perfect. I salute you, man, a man, a woman, ma'am, sir. But don't get on here. Don't get yourself on here talking about, this is this, and this is phony, and they phony. I won't have no respect for you at all. I don't got no problem telling you, your wife, anybody else who will listen. I don't have no respect for you. Don't take someone else's dream because you don't see. But if you do see, Fitzgerald, I got legitimate questions. Sign up get in your account. I got legitimate questions, and I will go over and answer them for you. And if I don't have the answer, I will find someone by calling my sponsor who will get the answer. I will treat you with respect, and I will treat you with admiration and courtesy as long as it's given back. Now, I'm not interested in working with everyone. I'm working with people who are looking to build this because I'm trying to help my partners. I made them a promise. I told them I would help them. So I can't help them in frivolous conversation. You know, I got people all over the world, and I'm not bragging, guys. I got people want me to come to Switzerland, Lagos, Cape Town, Trinidad, Australia, Ghana, Canada. Man, Fitzgerald, come over here, man. Can you come over here and talk to me? You know, Brooklyn, Michigan, California, Texas, Chicago, Milwaukee.
Yes.
You know, am I doing this? Pat myself on the back? I'm all that? No. But you know what? I offer value to people. You know. Are you really gonna get upset with a man that's trying to help you and your family prosper for free? So, and I'll do the same thing for you guys. I just want to help. We want to be a blessing to you. But if you decided not to do this, let me leave you with this. If you don't figure out a way to make a residual income and make money while you sleep, you're gonna work until you die. Make no doubt about it. It won't possibly happen. It will happen.
Yes,
it will happen. You know, see people at Costco, elderly people who done paid their dues, and I got such great respect for the elderly. I don't care what color you are. You know, I don't care about that foolishness. You know, I deal in the human race. You think some of those people are there because they want to get away from the wife? You think some of those people are there because they bored, they don't have anything to do? Well, if you're that bored, you know, go down to the beach. Take a vacation, spend time with your grandchildren. No, they're there because they need the money, because they found out the social insecurity is not nearly enough. They found out their pension is about 40% of what they can live off 100 of. They find out the cost of living and services is going up, but their pensions and other stuff is not adjusted with it always. In other words, they find out that they need more money, that they find out they have more month than money. And man, my heart grieves when I see people standing on that concrete and, you know, have to do that job. You know, when I see a lady pushing heavy loads and, you know, and things, I like to take it for a long. You know, don't do that. I'll help you. When I see an elderly trying to carry something, let me do it. Well, you don't have to do it. I know you don't. You served. You know, you're an elder. I owe you that respect. I'm not your equal. You know, I'm not your equal. You know, what you have served to get. You know what? And they appreciate that because they have. You know, so this is what we're, you know, this is for all these single mothers, single fathers, and young couples, and elderly couples, and people who have failed, and even people who have went to the criminal justice system and you know, and the criminal injustice system, and you know, and got caught up in that thing. Care you've been for 5 jobs in 3 days. It don't care. It don't care how many times you start. The only thing it cares about your ability to hustle and produce for the marketplace. I don't care. I don't care if you got tattoos on your head or no tattoos at all like me. I don't care. I don't care if you hate Alabama, you love Alabama. I don't care. I don't care if you like the Pistons. I don't care what your favorite sports is. I don't care what your favorite soap opera is. I don't care. I'm trying to help you get your goals. Sir, I yield the floor to you, and hopefully I said something. Hopefully I resonated, said something, a core in January 1st that resonates with someone. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not a new year. It is a new you.
Yes.
If there's not a new you, your year is not going to be new. It's going to be the same.
Same old year. Same old, you know.
Gentlemen, I submit the floor back to you.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. I appreciate you stopping by. Everybody, his number and email is on the front of the screen. Been there the whole stream. Make sure you click on one of those links. You know, like he said, if it's for you, there's the link. If not, you know, just hearing the information, just hearing something different from the norm. You know, I educate myself on all different levels, so this was perfect, and I hope you all do the same because we here most of the time together every day. So, you know, when we bring somebody, it got to be something. So, with that being said, Money Boy, you got something to say?
Yeah.
I got something.
Y'all know how it is.
Excuse
Y'all gotta be
me,
coachable.
excuse me, I got something I need to add.
Get back comfortable.
No.
Hold on 1 second, MB. All right, Mr. Fitzgerald.
Mr. Marvin, please forgive me for talking over you. No disrespect. Sir, I'm not seeing your link clearly. So what I need you to do, oh man, you guys can catch this. You're gonna flip over 4 chairs and you can catch what I'm getting ready to do. I need you to email me your Carrot Bar link, because if someone called and said, I saw you on the program but they didn't sign up, I have your link and I can go ahead and register them under you by having your link.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Marin's link was a little bit clear, but I haven't seen your link crash your calls. I see my number in gray.
No, I didn't put it across. I've been just putting it in the chat. I just been dumping it in the chat.
But what I want you to do, just in case someone, didn't get that and they didn't see it in the chat, I want you to email that link to me, my brother. And then if they say like, hey, I saw you on Midwest stream, I was like, did you sign up? Well, I just saw you on stream. No. Okay, let's go ahead and get you signed up. And I got your link. I can go ahead and click and register them for you for free. Otherwise, I'll work for you.
It's all good. All good. I appreciate that.
I'll work for you, man. That's the thing. You cats ain't gonna never see my link on these two men's page. This is not my channel. This is their channel. It's an honor for me to come on like that, and that's what you got to do. If you heard about Carrot Bars, through somebody else, and they in these men team, get with the person who turned you on to this. If you listen to this channel and you heard about by way of these two outstanding leaders right here, don't necessarily register with them, and don't cheat to register me. If the person brought you in who's in their group and they turned you on to it, register with that person. That's just right. God to give it back to you. I'm still going to work with you. I mostly work within my group, but we got enough out there for everything. You don't have to worry about trying to take people and steal people. No, if I'm talking, and Mr. Marin and Mr. West, and they happen to have an affiliate, and they said, hey, you ever look for any money? And they would say like that. Well, yeah, but or they call like Mr. Fitzgerald, I want to register with you. How did you hear about me? I heard you on Midwest. Oh, now, dog, you can't register with me. You heard about this through Midwest. Without Midwest, you wouldn't have heard about me. Register with Midwest and I'll still help you. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm not going to undermine my business partners. And my business partner's not going to undermine their partners. We still going to get help. Who cares if you're on the 100 level?
Right.
You're still in the community, and we're going to give you that same love and peace. So there's enough for everything. If you get in Carrot Bars, and Mr. West or Mr. Marvin give you permission to share this link, share it, and someone decide they want to come in, don't come in on Mr. Marvin, Mr. West, and my link. Come in under the person who shared it with you. That's all we ask. That's all we ask for integrity, man. We don't kind of cutthroat anyway. Leave that foolishness in corporate America. Leave that foolishness there, man. I mean, dude, we got to walk with honor and integrity. There's enough of that crazy stuff coming around in there. So you don't need to operate like that. And I'm not insinuating you are, but that's the way that I want this business built for my team. That's the way I want this built. I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me. Our team. Heck, I don't have a team without y'all. The heck, I'm going to try to claim ownership on something. Without y'all, I can't do what I do. It's our team. If anything, I'd rather say I'm on your team. If anything. Right. So blessings of the Lord God be upon you guys. You guys be blessed with ecstatic favor, from the Most High throughout this 2020. You and your family, your children, everything you touch, may it prosper. May you get divine supernatural increase. May new levels come up to you and your family. Nothing but health, wealth, and prosperity. And let's build.
Yes.
Yeah.
2020, y'all. Let's build.
Mr. Marin, once again, sir, you were speaking. I interjected when I shouldn't have been, so I gotta what you had to say.
I gotta let you know that's Money Boy.
He looks like Mr. Marin.
No.
Oh, I know him as Mr. Marin. Y'all got a code name.
No, wait a minute. No, that's not him. We call him King Wayne. No, this Money Boy. This is Melvin.
Hey.
You look just like him. Do you know Mr. Marin?
Yeah, he know him.
Man, you cats long lost twin brothers or what?
But Mr. Fitzgerald, I am an affiliate, though. I'm already an affiliate.
That's why I kept calling you Mr. Marin. That's what I thought you was. Woo! My brother.
Yeah, but
same thing I'm doing here for my brother here. I'll do the exact same for you and your team. You just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, most definitely. I've been watching you. I've been watching you on Mr. Moore's page, on King Wage page. I see you over here on Midwest page.
Who's your sponsor?
We got it. Huh?
Who's your sponsor?
King Wage.
Okay.
So,
You
Mr.
haven't called me
Morris.
yet, brother. Lock my number in your phone. Give me a call. We have a training tonight, but give me a call, and I want to personally give you some training where to fire you up real quick. Do
Yeah,
not
I
depend
signed
upon
up
this
today.
stream. Well, yes, I got you fired, but I got to show you how to run. But so do not just depend on this stream. I can specifically talk to you because your needs and your goals are going to be different from the three of us. So I want you guys to talk to me. I need to structure your house and help you get what you want. Some of you guys, an extra 500 euros a week, I'll be fine. Some of you guys like, Mr. Fitzgerald, I ain't feeling dog. I'm tired. I want to come off the job. How much you need? Bro, if I can go ahead and get $6,000 a year, $6,000 a month, I can leave that job. Let's make it happen. That's my thing. So I put different things together for you. But I appreciate you, man. God, man, I love what I do. Whoo, I love what I do.
It's all
Once
good.
I got over the fear that I can go ahead and make my own money instead of depending on someone, because some of y'all won't do things like this because you want to play it safe. You have a job.
Yeah.
You want security. Understand something. Hear me loud and hear me right. There is no such thing as a good job. It's not your job. It's the man who owns the thing. He can give it and take it whenever he chooses.
Exactly.
They got, I don't know how California, Michigan work. Down in Florida, it's a right to work state. You can come in, employee don't like the color of your tie, he can fire you. I'm not joking.
Oh yeah.
I'm not joking. They don't have necessarily like your political affiliation. They can get rid of you. Oh, they won't tell you they got rid because of your political affiliation tie. They'll just tell you came in 3 minutes late when everybody else can come in 5.
Right.
They'll just say you seem like you got an attitude problem. They'll just start cutting your hours. All that kind of stuff. Never give anyone power of your income. Never give anyone power of your income.
Sound good.
Never. Because you put your hands that you put your hands in someone else's future. And let me tell you what, sometimes that's not a very wise thing to do. Not unless your hands are in your future is in your own hands, because you know what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
You know what you're gonna do. So man, great. I wish we, Mr. Midwest, can we open up, man, for just a little questions? Maybe some people got some little questions. Probably your question is going to be what someone else is thinking. So don't be shy. I want to just interact with the audience a little bit, if you don't mind. If we have time, if not, we can set up another time.
We can go for a couple of questions. See what they got to say. Any feedback? Anybody got any feedback?
And both of you men, send me subscriptions to your channel where I can subscribe to your YouTube channels. I want to be a subscriber. So send that subscription to my email address, FitzgeraldStevens@gmail.com. Love the way your link is on there, Mr. Midwest. That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
Yes,
your
sir.
name is more important than mine.
Yes, sir.
So send me. So I want to subscribe to you guys' channel. And so send that to me, please.
Got you.
And all you guys, subscribe to these men's channels. That way when we come on, you'll get an alert.
It's all good. I'll make sure I send you that link.
Please.
I'll definitely send the link.
Please.
Anybody out there got any
man.
questions?
Good to talk to you, brothers. Good to talk to you. And not say, brothers, you can be white as a cloud, or you can be black as coal. I don't care. If you moving in my interest, you my brother.
Yes, sir.
If you moving in my interest, you moving along with you my brother. Native American, Caucasian, Latina, I don't care. You my brother. You moving in the way I'm moving, yeah, we can rock and roll.
It's all
Money
good.
is green.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Once we join, can we immediately buy gold cards?
Yeah. You have your own account. You just
Yeah.
register as an affiliate. Don't register as a customer. Register as an affiliate.
And
And then when you do register as an affiliate, you're going to get an email from Carrot Bars. you click on that email, say verify your account, then log into Carrot Bars, and then it's going to help you. If that was a little bit too fast, if I said it too fast, apologies. Just call me and I can show you how to navigate. But yeah, it's your account. You're building your gold reserves for you. Great question.
Yeah, that was one of the guys that just signed up tonight while we was on the air.
Gentlemen, do you know I had people who had something like, when they called me, they had 240 something people in their group and they didn't even know it. You get a thing called spillover, depending on how you land and stuff like that. Remember, it's only 2 legs, but that's another seminar. Duplication, baby, duplication.
It's all good. Any more questions out there?
System?
It's a binary system, absolutely. God, you look like Mr. Marvin.
So it's a left, right, and a power leg.
Yes, sir. On my power leg, I have I got like 8300. It's more than that now. And oh man, I gotta stop. I just heard the sweetest sound and something I long for. I heard a baby's voice. Build it for them. Build it for them. Build it for them. Enough of this stuff coming out, leaving our children with no inheritance, leaving them with a bunch of bills, leaving them with depreciation cars, leaving them with a house, that's going down in value. Enough of that. Let's leave our babies assets. This is for them. This is for them. And yes, you can enjoy some of the rewards too. But the word of God that I follow says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Man, do it for them. Man, I wish I had that. I mean, that sound just like I wish I had children. That sound just froze me because you know what? They didn't ask to be here. We own that. We owe to leave them houses and lands and reserves. Well, they don't have to be on the going out there taking anything and what someone said and degrading them and belittling them and they calling someone, making someone think they better than them. Man, I had this little part-time job. Cat, and I'm an entrepreneur. I think differently. Cat told me, hey, we got some important people coming in here, so they're really trying to get the place up. I said, what do you mean important people? You important. I'm important. Let me tell you something, man. This is just a man like me. You know what? The dude, I don't follow that. I don't get into that. Man, please. But good God, I got a global sales team. And I would talk like that if I didn't. See, it's something about the mind of an entrepreneur. We like, man, dude, we respect it, man. But hey, you ain't better than me. And I'm not going to pay homage to you. I'm not going to skip and act like when you come around for you to get your thrill. Cat, I could care less. Please.
Yeah.
If you want to talk as men, we talk as men. Or we talk as human beings. You get out of line, I correct you. Because you're not going to belittle me because you having a bad day. You don't do that to your boss, so if you can control yourself with your boss, you can control yourself to me. So what you have was what I call selective crazy. Right. You're just crazy when you want to be, and you feel like it's not going to have no consequences. So you select the crazy.
Right.
Please. Man, please. Cass, whew, boy, don't let me get going, man. I guess that's that Virgo male in me. Don't let me get going.
Lanny, you say you would like some more information about the opportunity?
Sure. Tell them to take a look at. Tell them to register first.
Right.
Go ahead and register first because they're losing that. But after that, I want you to log on to the real REAL money MONEY.info. TheRealMoney.info. It's going to go over something. Or when Mr. West send you his landing page, link number 1, they're going to have some information on that. Carrot Bar's got something for everyone.
Okay.
Oh, your marketing links, those all provided for free too.
Appreciate that. I can only afford the 150 package. Can you tell me what that includes?
What that's gonna you're gonna get some gold, not as much as a guy with a VIP or a gal with a silver or some people with a gold, but you're still gonna be able to get you're still gonna be able to qualify for units. You're still gonna be able to get the 10% package bonus. Like I said, somebody decides, man, you know what, this dude, I'm going to put $50,000 in this. Why are you going to do that? Man, don't get tired of this 401 knocking my money in the head. I want to get into something to save. I want to move it. Guess what? You just made 5,000 euros because they did that. Okay? Bronze is phenomenal. That's where I started. Hey, I was working all those years and I couldn't. Man, I had to struggle to come up with $200.
Right.
I had to struggle to come up with $2,000. So I bought me a bronze package and I bought my wife a bronze package. And I positioned her first in one of my teams, and she and you guys are all in her team. And I sit around there. And work this because I want to ensure the betterment of my family, my spouse. She get an income, I get an income. Now unfortunately, we've had some challenges, which I don't want to get into. But my logic is simple. She got my last name, I don't got hers. I take care of her. Okay? She got my last name, I don't got hers. So regardless of what going and what's happening, I'm not going to get into, but grown folks can read between the lines. I take care of her. And I'm going to make sure wherever she decides to go, whatever happens with us, she will not be at the destitute of anybody talk about to her that they're going to put her outdoors. She can't pay her medical. She can't buy food. No, not as long as I breathe. And I got things in place. Your children got your last name, you don't got theirs. You better figure it out. And you better figure out how you're going to help your family survive in these times. Man, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Dude, this country is broke. What happens if China decide to call in the notes? What happens? They talk about, we talk about going, they talk about Iran did something and all that kind of silliness.
Right, all the smoke screen.
That's just a diffraction of what's really going on. The impeachment trials and the fact that we broke. Well, you rev up the war machine and people get, man, come on, dude. See the Ponzi scheme for what it has. But that's going to add more money onto the debt. People borrow money to pay for the weapons. The debt goes up, the interest goes down, the value of the dollar go down. Let me tell you something. I'll leave you guys with a story. A couple of years ago, we saw a horrific event with Hurricane Katrina down at our brothers in New Orleans. A lot of people lost their lives. Please catch what I'm trying to say. Those who had resources, they were able to get the planes. They were able to get the heck out of town. They had the means to flee and thus preserve their lives. Those who didn't, well, we saw what happened. They was at the Super Bowl, the stadium where the Super Bowl is playing at. Whatever that stadium is, y'all know what I'm talking about. Without water, without supplies. Some people, had to stay in their roof. Some people called in trees because they didn't. Man, this is real. Meanwhile, Nagin and all the rest of the guys over there, they did silliness. But school buses submerged on the water that could have took those people out of there. Nobody didn't know how to move. Maybe they got overwhelmed, but nevertheless they lost lives, and a lot of people lost lives simply because they didn't have the resources to move. It's critical. The poor are destroyed for lack of resources. Absolutely. In the book of Ecclesiastes, it said, "Money answers all things." That degree I had behind me, University of Alabama, that didn't get me in the position I'm in. That's a chip in the game, and I'm not knocking education. That black box you see right there that says VIP, that gave me a major chip in the game. So I don't worry about my retirement. Guys, sometimes I just don't want to do certain things. I done crawled under cars and changed oil. I don't even like to wash my own car anymore. Man, pay some dude to do that. No, my time, I just don't want the aggravation, as my island brothers would say. I don't want to go through the stress and go to the thing. Stress was spiking my blood pressure, as well as do some of y'all. Man, the most heart attacks happen on Monday morning. You know why? Because people think about that job they got to go to they hate. I know what it is to be sick and learn how to doctor on yourself because why? You don't have insurance. Or you can't afford to copay with the insurance you got. So you got to figure it out. You got to go there and take the remedy, the country boy remedy. Ginger ale and soda crackers, as we would call them. I'm talking real stuff. I know what it is to be walked off jobs. Walk through the thing. Not no fault of your own, cause you didn't fit in and they parade you like you stole something. I know what has happened. I know what it is for people to fire you. You don't even know it. by locking your access code. I had it happen. I know what it is to have a marriage breakdown and separation. I live it. I'm living it. I know what it is. I know what it happens, when you going in there to get a checkup and you thinking one thing and the doctor called you back, hey, I need you to get down here right now. Man, what's the problem? Can you tell me over the phone? No, we can't tell you on the phone. I need you to come in there right now. We seeing something on these charts we don't like. And your heart, I've had it done. I lived it. That stress turned on all kinds of switches. I know what happened. I know what it means for family. Take care of family. And you have a good support system. And you can't achieve anything in greatness in life without having good support. You got to have people who believe you. People who believe in you when you don't. Now with the gentleman in the right corner, that little boy, that's daddy. You can hear him look at dad answers. Now daddy need to find him, but that to that little boy, that man right there is God. That's his child. That's his seed. That's generations. Wouldn't it be nice just to leave him a whole bunch of gold reserves, a whole bunch of rental properties, income producing, making him earn it, teaching him how to be a job creator instead of a job looker? Man, what legacy that would be? What legacy that would be? You don't have children like me? Cool. Find someone who does. You know what I mean? Single mothers need help. You know what I mean? You know how many single fathers out there busting, trying to grind and make ends meet, just need a little help, the support? You know what I mean? Single mothers out there would just be glad that you could just pay the child care bill one time, or pay for them a good babysitter and tell them just go out and have a good time, take some time for you. Whoo!
Yes.
Gentlemen, I don't know what else to add, man. Hear my heart, feel my passion. If I'm long-winded, I don't apologize, but sometimes I'm trying to do, I'm trying to break through. I'm hitting it with a sledgehammer. I'm trying to break through that wall, because society has told us we had to be who they want us to be. We can't make this type of money that other people make it. We got to do it this way. We got to get this way. We got to fit in. We got to join that club. And you got some people like me, I don't fit in the groups like that. I got to go my own way. I work hard for you. I just want to be rewarded. I'm not good at playing the political game. I don't do that. I'm loyal to you until you show me you're not loyal to me. And I go another way. But I want people to care about my thing. When I had those my payouts, dude, I have $1,000 laying in the bathroom. And when I come back and tell them to go in the bathroom, guess what? It might be $1,100 because they'll be grateful that I actually invited them over. These are the cats I want to run with. These are the cats I want to run with. I want to be able to say, man, hey, brother, let's get you in syndication with your show. Right. What you need. Right. What you need, Man, here, dude, I'll sponsor you. Well, Mr. Fitzgerald, you don't have to do the hell. I know I don't need them, but I need the tax break, so you helping me.
Right.
So I need you. Yeah, you helping me. I need to get rid of this paper. These cats are coming at me. We have fun. But make no doubt about it, man. When they come to talk about your money, and they come to talk about you and your family and the legacy for your family, dude, I am serious as I am brown skin. I'm serious. I am serious at helping you. So, God, man, ooh, I wish we'd all sitting at a nice restaurant, eating a good meal, and we could all talk. One day those times will come, and I want the table. But I want you to know, the room at the top, there's room for everybody. It looks small when you're in the valley when you're looking up, but when you get to the top, it's wide. It's actually wider than the base. There's room for everybody who want to go there. At the top, there's a whole nother lifestyle on the side of money. The air is fresher. The sunshine is brighter. The food tastes better because you ain't dealing with that crazy stress.
Right.
You can look. You can have your kids looking at you. Your spouse looking at you. Say, hey, thank you for providing. Thank you for making a difference. You went out and you got it, and they can give you that appreciation, gratitude. You can just feel your heart burst because you know what? Someone acknowledged what you do, and your family holding together. Your family don't. And they say, Dad, I don't want to go to college. I want to start my own business, or I want to do another right. You got the money to finance them instead of them giving all their talents away to the other companies of the world. They can come work in your company because they're going to have it anyway. Gentlemen, I am done. I mean, there's not going to be another word come out of my mouth.
It's cool. And I guess
Yeah.
they've been taking
We
heed
can
because
sit
I got
here
a few
forever.
people that signed up on the link tonight. So
Well, just call me. Just call me. Just call me, brother. And you're my brother. Both of y'all are.
yes,
Man,
sir.
I ain't pat you on the back. Power to the people. No, man, you guys are my brothers. Man, you can't. Dude, call me and check on me.
Shout,
Let me tell you something. It ain't easy doing well. I take a lot of criticism. I get some silly comments come at me. I'm just a human being. I need encouragement. Call me to talk. Check on me. Because
Sure
I
will.
can easily do it to you.
Sure will.
Hey man, hey Fitzgerald, I appreciate what you do. I know you guys do that, but man, sometimes you just need it. Sometimes that's just the fuel that you need to hear to keep you going. Cause you know
Right.
what? I too want to quit sometimes. I want to quit. No, I mean I get tired. I'm a human being, but it's something in me, man. It's some people at the right time. Mr. Fitzgerald, you got time for a video? And I'm sitting up there, this flaming abscess, and I'm like, yeah, I got time. Just give me an hour because I had to stop that headache. Guess what, guys? My head's not hurting anymore because I'm living in my passion, helping people. My head don't hurt no more. The tooth don't hurt no more. Now, before I was not doing this, the head and tooth was hurt real bad. But not what I'm doing my purpose, because this is my purpose. My purpose is to help other people, empower people, to change people's lives for the better, to break that economic vice, and to get people to unlock their God-given potential and not allowing them to take it to the grave. That's what the Almighty sent me here for.
Yes. Energy goes where energy flows.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You guys be blessed. I got to make a phone call. Much blessing to you. Respect and honor and love both of you guys. Remember, that love extends to your family.
Likewise.
That love extends to your family too. I want you to win.
Yeah, likewise.
And y'all hear that, people? Y'all hear it? Live and direct from Mr. Fitzgerald. Y'all know, hit that link, sign up. If you're serious, you'll be able to call and talk to him. He'll lead you on the way.
Make sure before you call me though that you're already registered, please, because I got so many people to work with. Please, already be registered. Where we can maximize the time. Because although I love to talk about you with seriousness, with other subjects, I just really don't have that time. And this is the one thing I do. So I got the people depending on me to help them build their team. So we could talk about the Lakers and Alabama Crimson Tide, later. We can talk the football championships later. I got people needing to, hey, Fitzgerald, I got to get out this vice grip.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much I can take. So that's what I'm looking for.
Yes. Y'all hear it. And with that being said, like, share, subscribe. We're going to end this broadcast. Like I always say, where we go one, we go all.